Hi, this is Dr. Vibhuti Venkateshwarlu. Today I am going to discuss about social transformation. So society was uh, consisting with bad practices during the medieval period, ancient time. So those practices, some of the practices are restricting education to the girls. So some of the societies were restricted education to the girls. Some of the societies were enslaved people by purchasing people in the markets. For example, America, they purchased black people from the African countries. So enslaved people, and without permission of the owner of that person, they cannot allow to marry even, they cannot allow to education, they cannot allow to do their work independently. So this was the situation in the medieval time as well as ancient time. Worldwide there are discrimination in the form of color, race, sex, place of birth, etc. So there was a huge discrimination between the people based on their color. White people are superior, black people are inferior. Like that, society was full of discriminations. So due to which society was not in progressive status. So in India, based on the caste, based on the sex, based on the region, people were restricted, not entering into the temples, not entering into the public places, hotels, etc. Some people are not allowed into public places. Some people were not allowed to education. So, for example, untouchable people are not allowed to temples, not allowed to public places, not allowed to schools. The education was restricted to the people, and even women also. The status of women in the medieval time, in the ancient time, the woman is not allowed to education, not allowed to learn, not allowed to read, write. So this was the status, and based on the caste, based on the religion, the people were not, the widows not allowed to remarriage. Children was married in infant stage. So child marriages were there in the medieval time. So these are the bad practices in the religion, in the caste, in the region. So these people were fought against these bad practices. People sacrificed their lives to change into the society. Some people were sacrificed for reform into the society, reform into their religions, etc. Social reforms done by the various people. For example, Nelson Mandela, he fought against the rights of blacks in America. So he sacrificed his life towards his entire life to reform into the society, in American society. So ultimately the blacks were got rights, right to education, right to contest in the political elections. So several rights were they achieved. So because of reforms done by the Nelson Mandela in the year 1861. So coming to another important icon to fought against the discrimination based on the color, that is blacks and whites. For example, Nelson Mandela in South Africa, he fought against the whiteist dominance. So he fought against the whiteist dominance, and he finally achieved blacks' rights. Ultimately, he became a president of South Africa state in the year 1994. So because of his fight against the rights of blacks, discrimination against the blacks, so the entire South Africans, that is blacks, were achieved their political rights, educational rights, employment rights, right to equality. So This was the history in case of South Africa. So there are several people fought against the discrimination based on the religion, race, color, etc. So coming to the in Indian experience, India there was a full of discrimination based on the caste, based on the sex, place of birth. So for which first time Mahatma Jyotirao Phule started Satya Sodak Samaj 1874. Through that Samaj, that organization, he fought, he given right to education to the untouchables, education to the girl children. He fought against the restrictions of widow remarriages and pregnanted widows and other people who are necessary to take the shelter from the Mahatma Phule. So he was the great revolutionary icon in India. So he started his movement to Isara district in Maharashtra state. So after that, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the year 1935, he fought against caste discrimination. He wrote Indian Constitution through which he achieved social reforms, social justice concept by introducing reservations to the SCs, STs, OBC communities, women. So several rights were he achieved. He introduced several rights in the Constitution through which several people were become a socially equal. So they got social status, equal opportunities, and including political opportunities, etc. So coming to the another social reformers in India. So Raja Rammohan Roy started Brahma Samaj in the year 1861, through which he fight against the discrimination in their Brahminical communities, Brahmins. So Brahmins practices a lot of inhuman practices. For example, restrictions on widow remarriage, and widows cannot be remarried, and restrictions on child education, restrictions on the women education. So these are several bad practices, and also sati practice. These several bad practices were there in the medieval time in India. So Raja Rammohan Rai fight against within their community, within their Brahminical community, within the Hindu religion. Other Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Kandupuri Vireshalingam, they were also started prohibition of child remarriages. There was child remarriages at the 7 years. The child at the 7 years they got married. So they fought these bad practices, against these bad practices, and also they achieved prohibition of child remarriages, prohibition of sati by the introduction of Sati Act, Prohibition of Sati Act, Child Marriages Restrictions Act passed by the Britishers. So after that, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Kandupuri Vireshalingam, and Raja Ram Mohan Rai, the Mahatma Gandhi also fight against the untouchability. So untouchability within the Hindu religion, it is a bad. Untouchability is a bad practice in Hindu religions, by which so the Hindu religion can propagated. So the Hindu religion was propagated. Untouchability is prohibited under the Constitution, and also he given slogans that interdining, intercaste marriages, interdining system, intercaste marriages. So through which several peoples were become socially high. The Brahmins were married to scheduled caste people married Brahmins. So because of slogan given by the Mahatma Gandhi. Social transformation concept is a broad concept in which several special concepts were evolved. For example, so human education, women transformation is one concept. Untouchability evolution is one concept. Education evolution one concept. And religious evolution one concept. Sati removal of sati is one concept. Removal of slavery system, one concept. And giving education to the poorer sections, one concept. So these are several concepts included in the social transformation concept. So that means social concept is a broader concept. That means the people can transform their previous status to modern state. So modernization, revolution, democracy, evolution, progress, developments are the new concept for the progressive society. So unless there is a modernization, and the indicators for the modernization is evolution, modernization, development, and changes in the society. So these are the concepts under the social transformation. These are the concepts or indicators for the social transformation. So modernization and revolution are the indicators for the social transformation. So after Second World War, in the year 1945, these concepts were popularized. These concepts were very much popularized because the society need to be developed, transformed in one stage to another stage. The society has to be progressed. The progressive society is the main achievement, main goal for the rulers. So that's why after 1945, after Second World War, several countries achieved independence from their colonial rule. So progressive, modernization, revolution are the evolution, revolution, modernization concepts were very much popularized under the social transformation concept. So based on the society, based on their necessities, based on the peculiar conditions of their country. Slavery is the peculiar situation, peculiar kind of practice in America. So color, based on the discrimination in color, that is blacks, whites, is peculiar situation in Europe, including South Africa. So caste system is peculiar practice in India. So to address these issues, social transformation is popularized. Plus social changes, the concepts were theorized by the Karl Marx. So according to Marx theory, so he wrote a book on German ideology 1846. So the German ideology 1846 is a mass changes were taken into the German development, a progressive state of Germany. So Marx theory is very popularized in the Germany as also France and Europe, etc. According to his idea, the Marx idea, Karl Marx idea, a society is full of contradictions. So the contradictions will lead to social change. The contradictions ultimately change revolution. The contradictions ultimately changes rapid revolution, rapid changes in the society. That was whole idea of Karl Marx. So the contradictions means, so for example, whether God is exist or not. One party, one side argument is God is exist. Another side is God is not exist. This is the contradiction. So the society is accompanied or give a room to discuss. Some people discuss there is a God exist. They have to prove their God. That is, their God is exist. Other side community within the religion, they don't believe the God. They fight against the beliefs. So the God is not exist. This is the contradictions between the whether God exists or not. The question is God exists or not is the contradiction. So like that many contradictions, whether women is allowed education or not, whether child marriage is good or bad. whether sati practice is good or bad, whether untouchability practice is good or bad. These are contradictions. So every society, one way or other, there are contradictions. So wherever contradictions are there, where there are contradictions, based on the contradictions, society is possibility to reform. The society become modernized or civilized or evolved or social changes. According to Marx, the society will become revolution. In the society, the revolution will start because of contradictions. Unless there is no contradiction, it is not possible to revolution. To want a revolution, to want a social progress or rapid changes in the society, there must be a contradictions, that is questioning. There is nothing but a questioning. So to allow the people to question the practices, whether bad or good. So unless we give a time to question, to give a opportunity to question about the bad practices or good practices, we cannot achieve social progress, social transformation within the society. Another thinker, another great philosopher, Rajni Kothari, he argued that he wrote a book, Politics in India and Rethinking Democracy. These two documents or two books are important to understand the social transformation as per Rajni Kothari. Rajni Kothari says that modernization, revolution are two models for the progressive society, are two models for the social transformation. According to modernization, as per Rajni Kothari, the society must be industrialist, capitalist, and also the society must be achieving modern education, or the society must be reason based. So development society, the modernization, the indicators for the modernization, the society is a industrial society, the society is a democratic society, the society is a reason based society, and also the society is a achieving modern education. These are the parameters for the modernization as per the Rajni Kothari. So opposite to this these parameters, unmodernized or uncivilized society, the society is not a modernized society, the revolution is not possible in that society. Some of the indicators he proposed that the society is basically agrarian society. The society is basically traditional society. The society is follow customs, previous customs. So that means the where the society is beliefs, superstitions, customary practices, they cannot have scope to reasonable thinking. There is no reasonable thinking. So they are simply mechanically follow the traditional practices. So another form of bad thing in the non-progressive society, it is a traditional society. It is not a modern society. So traditional society is always dependent on the agriculture based income, as also they have no reason, only custom based practices they follow. Whereas modern societies, they are industrially advanced, modern societies, and also they believe that reasonable thinking they follow. Reasonable thinking they develop. They achieve reasonable thinking towards scientific temper, towards scientific ideology. scientifically proved systems they follow. So this is the progressive thinking. So as per Rajni Kothari, progressive uh, progressive system or the modernization. Modernization is based on the industry and also modernization and also reason based society. So reason based is based on the modern education. Reason based they achieve. We can acquire reason based system, reason based society based on the modern education. Without education they cannot achieve reasonable thinking. They cannot have reasonable thinking. So another philosopher, Daniel Lerner, he wrote a book, The Passing of Traditional Society, 1964. According to his idea, modernization is the indicator for social transformation. How to get the modernization? Where the country or society having literacy, women literacy, male literacy, so full of literacy or political participation, free market and democracy, urbanization, empathy. These are the parameters to achieve modernization or social transformation. So unless we achieve literacy, according to his argument, literacy is the first priority to achieve modernization or to achieve social transformation. So literacy, through literacy, there is a political participation, possibility to participate into the political elections or contestants or voting, etc. So democracy also one of the pillar for development of the society, and free market also important thing. Whoever intention to start a business, to carry on their business, trade, occupation, occupational mobility is important thing for the development of the society, social transformation, and also empathy. The people should have empathy towards other human beings. So these are the parameters for the social transformation. Unless these characters people have, we cannot say that this society is modernized society or there is a social transformation. So from the agrarian based economy to urbanized or urbanized life, urbanized living style is the indicator of the social transformation as per the Daniel Lerner. As per the Daniel Lerner, other parameters also he proposed for the social transformation theory. So that is free marketing, utilization of technology, modern education and modern democracy are the indicators for the social transformation. Unless a society not in a position to utilize modern technology, modern education, the society will not achieve social progress or social transformation, and also the society will not call it as modern society. So from agrarian society to and superstitious society to, from customary society to custom based practices to industrial society and modern education, modern technology and modern democracy society is the indicator for the social transformation. So a society will achieve social transformation, the society must have modern technology, modern education, modern democracy, modern kind of educational institutions, educational inputs to their society, through which a society will develop or modernize, through which we can achieve social transformation. So if you see the European countries or North American countries, they so advanced. They are industrially advanced they are utilizing modern technology, they are giving modern education to their subjects, their people, and they are very much empathy towards other human beings, including other religions also. They respect their religion, including other religions. They also respect, they also provide education to other societies. That is the indicator. So many other developing countries are going there, studying there, and they are also settled there. They are also getting uh, jobs in their countries, already advanced countries. So that if any country want to progressive society, civilized society, we need modern education, modern thinking, more reasonable thinking, and also empathy towards other human beings. And also we need modern democracy, modern technology, and also modern education. These are the parameters to transform, social transform a society from agrarian society to modern society. Each society will become modernized, civilized, and people are uh, human beings. They are human, having human character. Otherwise, the people are barbarian. The people consider as inhuman, and they don't respect other people. They will become uh, they become arrogant, terrorist against their own people. The society will become towards uh, barbarian society, and also the people will start civil war in the society. So that the it is the responsibility of the governments of any country to transform socially, educationally, politically, to adopt these parameters. Who said, Marx said, and also Rajini Kotari, as per Daniel Lerner, according to their proposed ideas, we have to implement in any country. Otherwise, it will become barbarian society. Thank you patiently listening. Please subscribe this channel to it will become encouragement to make new videos on different topics. Thank you for patiently listening. Thank you.